right, guys, we are at Ohio Valley. We're getting some 60-foot testing in tonight. It's Friday night. We're kind of rushed. We're a little behind. So we're gonna run up the staging legs. Not super prepared, but pretty sure it's gonna make 20 pounds on the true step, and I'm just trying to have a safety RPM curve, and we're gonna try to get timing, pull, dialed, see what it wants and needs, so we can figure this sucker out. So hang out with us, and we are gonna get suited up and head on over there. Car's looking great, as always. About to head up there. See you in a minute. Guys, haven't been videoing a whole lot, trying to figure some stuff out. So we left on like 18-ish, 20-ish pounds, which pretty sure is way too little, because it bogged on the burnout, so we didn't get to do a burnout, and it bogged on the line, and they're saying the track's super sticky. So we turned it up 10 more pounds, so we're about 30 pounds on the leave. So we'll hopefully see if this does a little better. And I adjusted when the launch control turns off. It turns off at 1 mile an hour now instead of 10. Anyways, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully a little better. Still glad we're here and getting some information to try to make it better. Alright guys, that last run, clutch lipper slipped way too much. We dialed it back. Hopefully we're closer. Also popped the radiator cap off, so we cleaned that off, put coolant in it. I gave it more power. I'm going to try to do a second gear burnout, and for the burnout, hopefully this thing's just not one to break loose, because long ratio in third, bigger turbo, so it kind of falls off when you dump her, and all that extra weight we put up there. So trying to get it hooked up, well, not hooked up, actually to spin. So a bunch of little tiny changes. I took some timing retard away from it, so that hopefully it takes that too. So
lane one in the red line.
Boot!
you're not dead hooking because it's not. You still got water.
It doesn't make sense.
You're dragging some water, but it just won't do it.
I don't know if the turbo's too big and it's just falling off.
Put some
I
nitrous
got
on
a
it.
shit ton of weight really far out in front. I got like 1,000 pounds on each front.
Try and do a run and see what it does. That's all you can do.
Am I good right here?
There's something else in that tune that's not happy.
I know.
I don't know what it is.
Ooh.
You got something in the tune that's not happy.
Huh?
You got something in the tune.
All right, guys. Well, night didn't really go as planned. That's all right. I'm glad we went. Next week, I'm thinking about going 2 hours to Edgewater to do some testing. So lucky, or better to figure out that there's something up with the car now than drive 2 hours and waste all that time and money. So the car just won't do a burnout, and it is bogging and dying off the leave. I'm checking the logs. There's not a, it's not pulling timing away from the base. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna have a couple people look over everything and see if we can't figure out what's going on with it. Yeah, I mean, other than that, it is ripping and ripping hard. EGTs were getting kind of hot on big spicy pools. It was making more boosts than I wanted it to, that I was commanding. So it's just got a bunch of little stuff to iron out. We lost the radiator cap, so I got to clean everything off. I don't know. But from that last run we did do, I went too far out on the slipper, so I needed to adjust it barely back in, and I think we're really close to our slipper window, so that is a positive anyways. Crazy how sensitive that thing is. Thank you. So yeah, we're getting closer on the slipper. Oh my God, did you see his bed? I hope I can zoom in on that. Oh my God. Hopefully we can dial the clutch slipper in to get it to roll out and then go. Still gotta get the thing to make a burnout. I don't know if it's because the turbine wheel is so big, and it's just, it doesn't seem like it's losing boost. It just, something's dragging the engine down. I don't know what. It just doesn't make sense. Maybe I need to take some of that weight off of the front. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. We're came this far, but I mean, we were making 30 plus pounds of boost on the two-step, trying to do a second gear burnout. I even got outside of where all the guys were doing their burnouts, and still just killing it. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. One way or another, we'll figure it out.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is why the car was bogging on the line. So if you look right here, this is manifold pressure. As soon as it touches exactly 35 psi, it knocks all boost control out of it. So it opens the decrease solenoid and it just dumps it out until it drops back down to exactly like 25 psi, under 25 psi, and then it gives it back, but the engine can't recover, so it bogs and stops. Pretty sure that's what's going on. And the reason is because on this boost control output in neutral, I had it set to 25, where I really should have had this set to probably 33 pounds, which is above our range right here in first, but we were in second doing our burnout, so then it didn't ever register second, so it never ramped up to that 42 for the burnout. I'm pretty sure that's why we were bogging.
So, alright, I guess that's going to end it off here. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Deuces.